Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the pitcher's mound for the ceremonial first pitch. In celebration of the 30th anniversary of Seinfeld and 30 years to the day from the show's first episode, the Mets would like to welcome New York's very own Jerry Seinfeld. Our ceremonial catcher is Wilson Ramos. Jerry, it's your pitch. Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Seinfeld.
Now, we've already shown his first pitch, which was a thing of absolute Turk Wendell, Terry Leach beauty. But here's the man himself, the man who pulled off that miraculous first pitch, Jerry Seinfeld.
Thank you, Gary. It's great to be in the booth, the greatest booth in baseball. Oh. It is an honor and a pleasure to be with you guys. You have no idea the joy that you bring to us Met fans every night. We look forward to this broadcast because it's a TV show. It's not just a game. We get to see a whole TV show. But now let's get back to that pitch I threw.
See, now
I am 65 years old, okay? I challenge another 65-year-old sitcom star to hum that in there right over the plate.
Now, what was with dropping down sidearm? What was that all about?
That's my style. I used to be an infielder.
Were you a second baseman?
Wherever I could play. I really like center.
Look at that. Look at you. Like a breaking ball.
Oh, it's that right in there.
Awesome.
Knees in black.
So much fun.
Did DeGrom know that you were wearing his jersey when he greeted you on the mound?
No, that was a surprise for him.
How much practice did you put into it? Did you put
I went downstairs and I threw about 5 pitches to Chili Davis.
Oh, so we're not talking about
not
like you took the last month to practice and get ready.
No, I play with my kids all the time in the backyard.
Rocco strikes out, 1 out.
I told Jerry to go down and warm up a little bit if he could.
Yeah.
And to take off your jacket.
Yep, I did. I did do that.
Took my advice.
Keith's staying on that Tootsie Pop diet. I love it.
Gary, look
I don't know where you get that kind of discipline. Folks, he takes the Tootsie Pop out and he puts it on the counter on the wrapper. It is disgusting. But the Tootsie Pops keep him going, right? More Tootsie Pops, more interesting baseball insights from Hernandez.
Well, you would like to know that Gary is one that methodically, in the course of a game, wipes out his Tootsie Pop, will not bite into it.
Yeah, that's the proper way.
Yes.
I
have no
of
patience.
Course, no, you have no patience. You're a Philistine. It's such an exciting night for me to be here on my bobblehead night. How's Jacob looking so far?
Great. After the first pitch, he was fine.
Right. The first pitch went out.
Yeah.
He's already got 5 Ks.
This is the bobblehead, Jer. Don't you think it's great?
So I dressed like the bobblehead as much as I could. That's
nice.
why I wore that. I try to look like the bobblehead. But that's 90s hair. I don't have that hair anymore.
None of us have hair anymore.
No, these guys do.
Well,
this is a great hair booth.
I'll hide now.
So tell us about the season. I mean, you've been watching. You're a Met fan. What's your feeling?
My feeling, I have to say, is very good. I know there's been some tough patches, but I like the pieces that we have. I like the new guys. I like the energy. I like this guy. I like the way he plays. I like the way he approaches the game. And I really like his interviews after the game. It gives you that good feeling, appreciating, good energy. No matter how, even when they're going bad, I love the squirrel, you know. You can't not love these guys. I mean, I think if we can straighten the ship out in the pen, maybe we need some help out there, or maybe these guys settle down and start being a little more effective. There's no reason they can't make a run.
I know from your previous visits, Jerry, that you are an eternal optimist.
I am guilty of that, Gary. You're right.
I wouldn't say guilty, but I think it's a very healthy thing.
It's very healthy. Nobody agrees with me. Would you describe yourself, baseball-wise, as an optimistic or pessimistic type?
More of a realist, perhaps.
That means pessimist.
With a hope,
Ronnie, what about you?
optimist.
Ronnie's optimistic.
I try to be optimistic, yes.
Keith? Pessimistic, yeah. Well, I guess I'm breaking the tie here then.
The optimist always sits in the middle in this booth, so yeah, perfect.
Okay, Gary, I have a little subject I would like to bring up with you. All my friends know what I'm about to say to you. When it's the bottom of the ninth, you will often say, and the Mets are down to their last out. That is not technically true, as you know. It's potentially the last out, but you always say, and the Mets are down to their last strike. Also not true, right? Because obviously anybody can come back from any count.
You understand that's enhancing the drama of the moment, so that if the Mets pull it out, it feels like they've come back from the brink.
Is that really why you're doing it?
No, not
really.
You're
just too lazy to say
good,
potentially because there's too many syllables. Maybe that's the reason.
Now, Keith tells us that when he guest starred, that he got star treatment. He got a trailer with air conditioning and a bed.
Yes.
Now, I want to know,
is that star treatment now? Air conditioning and a bed?
Well, I just want to know, did he get special treatment or did all the guest stars
special
get
treatment. It was a very big deal that Keith Hernandez came to the show. And as I told him before, and I've said publicly many times, I was the most excited about his visit of anyone in the 9 years. Because of, the team had just won. He was my favorite player. I couldn't believe he was doing it. I'm a total goner for this team. I love my team.
I came that close to turning it down. Oh, just almost.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? I mean, it seems like a ridiculous thing to do. What do they want a baseball player on a sitcom for?
Well, he wasn't the only baseball player.
He wasn't the only one, but he had the biggest part and the most memorable part. We had Jeter and there's the ball hit out to left. It's carrying. It's carrying, and a beautiful catch at the wall. And McNeil is out. That hurts.
You can take us to commercial break. Go ahead.
All right. We'll be back after this word.
We go to the fourth inning, 1-0 Phillies. Jacob deGrom back on the mound to face Bryce Harper.
It's a good shot at Bryce Harper there. He looks a little bit like Bradley Cooper.
Now, I need to know, Jerry, because I know you're an optimistic fan.
Yeah,
he is. Now, when Bryce Harper came up the first time, he got a huge round of boos from the fans. Yeah. Are you the kind of fan who will boo an opposing player?
Oh, God, no. That's so stupid. That's just people trying to have a good time, which is fine. You come out to the park, you blow off a little steam, have a beer, yell out if it makes you feel good. I don't care what people do or what they say. And that's it for me. I'm out of here. Yeah, why are they booing him? Because he's a good hitter? That's stupid.
I was just
because he didn't come here? What are you booing him about?
I was just thinking, if anyone could deal with hecklers, you certainly could deal with hecklers.
Yes, well, I've dealt with them all my life. Baseball players have excellent concentration. They never react for the most part, right? And they hear it. You can hear everything people yell at you.
Certainly at Wrigley Field. Remember, all the parks now are a lot closer, so you can hear the fans. But when Ronnie and I were playing, it was only Wrigley Field that had the fans around.
Oh,
and
really?
you could hear them kind of whispering, and they were talking. It felt like whispers in your ear when you're up at the plate. Cub fans are great.
Yeah, everybody's great.
It's not the same as being in a club and people are 10 feet away from you, though.
No, not the same. But, that's what it takes to do that if you want to be in this racket.
And you figured that out early, how to deal with it?
You're either born to do it or you're not. You either have the makeup. Same as this. When they evaluate players in the minors, what do they look at? What does he do after he strikes out? What does he do after somebody takes him deep? That's what we look at. Emotional temperament is what this game is about. That's what another reason I love. It's similar to stand-up comedy. Let's not lose track of this game. We got Harper at the plate. This is significant at bat.
I got to ask you a question.
Yeah, that's what this whole thing is about, Keith. There's no need to introduce the question that I'm going to ask you a question.
Did you ever bomb out on stage? Bomb?
First of all, bomb out. That's what my mother says, all right? Nobody says that, Keith. And Harper strikes out. He bombed out. I remember talking to Matt Harvey after game. I saw him at a Knick game after the 15 World Series. And I was talking to him about who was in center that first game of the 15 World Series.
For the Mets?
For the Mets.
Cespedes,
who struggled.
Right, he missed the ball inside the park home run.
Right. That was a bad omen. But I remember saying to him, wouldn't you rather have in center, which is an up-the-middle important defensive, and that strikes out the side.
Well, Jerry, this is always great, and I wish we could keep you longer.
Yes, we could be here all night.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for inviting me in on Bobblehead Night, and let's make this more of a regular thing.
Yes.
That would be fantastic.
That would be wonderful.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gary. Thanks, Ronnie.
Jim.
So glad you're back.
So
Great to see you.
Great pitch, Bo.
Great to see you, my friend.
Thank you again for on the pitch. There I am, 65 years old, and he humps it in there.